Sertoba Media, where the struggle is real to be awesome.
I push that weight to get that dough, but I don't break cause I've been broke. If ain't no pain, then ain't no growth. To keep it 100, I came in to run it and bet if I had to, I'd do it again. It ain't no race if I don't win. I push that weight to get that dough, but I don't break cause I've been broke. If ain't no pain, then ain't no growth. To keep it 100, I came in to run it and bet if I had to, I'd do it again. It ain't no race if I don't win. Trust I'm coming up for that top spot, coming up for that throne. Trust I'm coming up for that drop top, coupe sitting on.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Grind. I am your host, Korrey, and we are here to talk about all things WWE. And you can catch The Grind right here on Sertoba Media every single Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Unless life gets in the way, we will be here at 4 p.m. Eastern every single Saturday. And you can catch The Grind on many different social media platforms. Those platforms will be available for you all to see at the end of today's episode. Now, let's get into what we got for today. WrestleMania. As of this recording, is 10 days away. And, you know, I'm excited to see what's going to happen this year. It's not, I guess, not as highly touted or not as quote unquote exciting as last year, but I'm looking forward to how this card is going to play out. Right now, they have about 11 matches, 11 or 12. And I am looking forward to seeing how do they pull this off? They do have a 2-night WrestleMania, but I hope they just don't oversaturate it with matches where people don't get enough time to tell their story. We learned that through the other era. We don't want to make that same mistake here. So we'll see what happens. But today I just wanted to kind of have a conversation. Not really a formatted, episode like we normally would do. But I just want to have a conversation. Talk about how some things about WrestleMania that kind of stood out to me that a lot of people don't talk about. So let's get into it. So one of my favorite things when it comes to WrestleMania is the entrances. They are very flamboyant. They are very theatric. And it brings in the casual fan into this is pageantry. This is entertainment. And it brings that superstar that normally like everybody knows their theme song or might know emotion that they make, etc. It brings their aura from here up to here. And even if it's just for that one night, it can probably have lasting effects. So I just wanted to share with you all a few of my favorite entrances of all time. My first one being Shawn Michaels coming down from the rafters to go against Bret Hart for that Iron Man match for the WWE Championship. Man, that was so cool at the time. That's when life was way more simpler, kids, kind of telling my age a little bit. But he came down from the Raptors and like Shawn Michaels was just that cool dude that everybody wanted to be like, he had swag and all the ladies loved him and all this other stuff like that. So Shawn Michaels coming from the Raptors in the dope white and gold and black gear. Like, come on, man. Come on. And it ended up having an iconic match after that to where the boyhood dream becomes a reality. So Shawn Michaels' entrance there, not only there, but also when he went against The Undertaker against the streak and he came down from the heavens. Oh my gosh, man. Like Shawn Michaels, man, is just so good at entrances. And another person that's good at entrances is his DX partner, Triple H. Triple H's entrances over the year has been very captivating. It's really leaned into his character. One of my favorites is when I believe he was defending the World Heavyweight Championship and he had Motorhead live to do the game song. How he came out and you could tell it was turning him up. Like he was like, yeah, like this is it. This is lit, and Motorhead is legendary. So that was really dope. Him and his throne entrances, like when he comes out on his throne and he had Sasha, Charlotte, and someone else on that throne. I think it was Alexa on the throne with him when he came out. That was dope. I mean, over the years, Triple H has had some dope stuff. And, you know, he always puts a lot of thought into his interests. It's a shame that, you know, we can't see it anymore, but, you know, life happens. So I'm just more glad that he's okay than anything. I mean, who could forget Undertaker at WrestleMania 23 with all the everybody reaching out to him and the smoke, just the ominous look of the Undertaker coming down to the ring. It was just fantastic, man. To go from a darker spot into a lighter spot, Bianca Belair, like, she has done a lot of thought into her interests over the years as well, and I'm excited to see what she comes up with this year in her championship match. That one year where she had the band out there, she had the little girls out there, you know, the cheer squad, I can't remember, the dance team out there, excuse me, was out there, you know, doing their thing and, you know, making brown girl magic, you know, black girl magic, and I thought that was like super, super cool for her to do. So that stands out to me, and she is amazing, man. Like, how are you able to make your own gear while still being on the road and trying to do other things too? It's just beyond me. She's definitely a talent. John Cena over the years, Mr. Cena, the liar himself, over the years has had some great entrances. One that stands out to me is when he came through the car. I believe it was WrestleMania 23. I don't remember. Y'all help me out with that. But he came out with the car speeding through the glass, and then when he had the Godfather thing, and everybody was shooting the air guns, and, you know, when they had all the John Cena's hitting the "You Can't See Me" all the way down the ramp. I mean, he's had some thought into his stuff over the years as well, and I thought it was pretty cool. It was really apropos. You know, it's John Cena, you know, so it definitely correlated with him very well. And another one that really stands out to me, and the last one I really would mention, is Bray Wyatt. And y'all know how I am about Bray. I can see on my shelf, like over here. I can't get my finger together. Over here. I am a huge Wyatt fan. I have more Wyatt things you can't really see on this picture over here, but it is a Rob Schamberger photo of him at the last Royal Rumble that he was able to participate in. And him when he returned, right up on top of my bookshelf there. But when he came out to Live in Fear at WrestleMania Live at New Orleans to go, I believe he was going to get Cena. It was either Cena or Undertaker, I don't remember, but it was one of the two. And he came out and, like, everybody had the fireflies up and was just in tune with it. It was just so cool, man. Ominous, like, very, very just, you know, him. Kind of weird that I say that, but very Bray Wyatt like. I thought it was really, really cool. So, but yeah, those are some of my favorite entrances over the years. Take a moment, go down in the comment section down below, share some of your favorite entrances in WrestleMania history, some of the things that you thought was cool, some things you thought meh, you know. Just share your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions on that. Now, I know I said it wasn't going to be a format, but I do have something to share that is of my opinion, okay? Of my opinion. But I want to know from you all, what is your top 5 greatest WrestleMania performers of all time? Who do you think deserves to be in that top 5 spot? And I'm going to be honest with y'all, about maybe 3 of them, I was like, surefire, can't take it away from them. You cannot take it away from them. 4 and 5, it was kind of rough, and I was tossing it up because I'm looking at, you know, relevance throughout the years. Like, it's a lot of things you have to weigh. It's not just about WrestleMania main events. Did you transcend the show? Did you help bring the show up to the next level? Is what I'm thinking about. Or did we see your character grow into this dominant main event player over WrestleMania? So these are the top 5. Ooh, I know I'm gonna get scolded for this. The top 5 most impactful WrestleMania competitors in history, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion. Number 5, Hulk Hogan. Yes, I'm not talking about Terry because I can't stand the man Terry, but the character Hulk Hogan. And I mean, I'm not even really a fan of Hulk Hogan, but who cares? Hulk Hogan participated, I believe, in the first 7 or 8 of the first 9 WrestleManias. And without him, and I've gave him his flowers before, Without him, there is no WWE right now. I will tell you this right now. They would have went bankrupt and there would be nothing of the spectacle like we see WrestleMania to be now. He was a key figure in making sure that wrestling transcended just wrestling and got into the entertainment business, got into the pop culture, and was able to bring in stars of that time in order to elevate the popularity of wrestling. His position, his stance, his place in history can never, ever, ever be taken away from him. And what he has done to make sure that this event stayed as the granddaddy of them all, the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, the World Cup. I mean, you think about it, that is what WrestleMania is. It is the end all, be all for wrestling. And without Hulk Hogan, I guarantee you, it would never be at the place it is right now. So number 5 on my list, it is Hulk Hogan. Number 4 on my list, and probably controversial because, a lot of people don't think about it probably in the way that I do, but that's why it is my list. Edge. I think that we don't give Edge enough credit, or Cope as he's known as now, but I don't think he gets enough credit for what he has done over his career. Edge started off, think about it, in a group with Gangrel and Christian, known as the Brood. His second WrestleMania was the iconic TLC match between him, the Hardys, and the Dudleys, where he speared Jeff from off the top of a 20-foot ladder. Like, that is a moment that is played forever. And I've been waiting for so long for the tag team division to get back up to that level. That level probably will never be duplicated ever, ever, ever again. To where tag team wrestling was so freaking popular. They didn't even need the titles to be significant. And the stories played out well. And, their attention to detail. Like, I think now they're so just focused on spots that they don't be worried about the chemistry and how the story is being told throughout the match. They're just so focused on the spot. Right now, the tag team division has started to cook up, especially on SmackDown. And I believe they deserve a match at WrestleMania. Give them a fatal 4-way, triple threat, whatever, ladder match, TLC match. Why not? Why not? These tag teams on SmackDown hate each other. What about a tag team Hell in a Cell match? I mean, I'm just thinking through things. It's one of those things where I just feel like we have something here with WWE. And the rumor has it that they're going to have the Street Profits defend their WWE Tag Team Championships against Motor City Machine Guns the night before WrestleMania in the main event on Friday Night SmackDown. And I think that's whack. Like, take Rey and El Grande Americano off of there. We don't need it. Okay? There's a few other matches I could tell you that could be on a regular card. Drew and Damian Priest, and I love them both as competitors, but their story has not been compelling enough for me to say that they need to be on WrestleMania over the tag team division that's been cooking. And then you finally give the Street Profits another opportunity to be champions, and you're not going to have them show up on WrestleMania as champs? Come on, man. Come on. I went on a little rant, I'm sorry. But Edge, his significance over the years cannot be surmised. That tag team match, and then soon enough, he participated in 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches, eventually winning one, becoming WWE champion, and then eventually having 4 straight WrestleManias where he challenged for a world championship. Amazing. And then his last showing, he was with Finn. I still think they got that wrong because I think Finn needed to win more than Edge did, but that's neither here nor there. And the unfortunate thing that happened in that match, but that story was really good. And what he did with Roman and Bryan Danielson was just memorable. Like, Edge is a significant player in WWE history, whether we want to acknowledge it or not. He is one of those homegrown folks, not with all his bloodline and stuff like that, homegrown that exceeded his expectations by millions of points. Like, this man deserves more than what we give him. And when you look out through history, you probably will see Edge through a lot of historical moments that changed the trajectory of a star or helped out, like a John Cena over the years become Super Cena. in those early 2000s. So Edge, Cope, whatever you want to go by, he's number 4 on my list. Number 3 on my list is the man with the most main events in WrestleMania history. And not because he has the most main events, but because what he has done the last 4, getting ready to be 5 years. And that is none other than our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Now, what Roman has done with WWE, I believe since the COVID era, besides Bayley, because Bayley was the MVP for sure of that COVID era, but Roman, what he has done to take WWE from plateauing to billions of dollars in deals cannot be surmised. He cannot be overlooked in history as one of the top performers in wrestling history. Point blank, period. Out of the Shield, he is the most important character. And when he finally turned heel back in 2020 and was the champion for 4 years, every single WrestleMania match he put on was amazing. And it wasn't just about just the match itself. It was the storytelling leading up to it. His character, his bravado, like Roman, without him, WWE might not be where they are right now. I truly believe that, especially when the pandemic went down. You saw so many companies filing for bankruptcy and getting out of the game or having to be bought out by another company. Like, he kept them afloat through his finally got his heel turn. And, his impact cannot be surmised. Like, they don't get this Netflix deal right now if Roman isn't Roman. He's able to take time off and come back and people still freaking love him. He was a heel and people was loving him. He beat up all of our favorite stars and people still loved him. Like, I don't know how we can just minimize what this man has done over the years for WWE, to where superstars from other brands are coming to WWE because of him. And in WrestleMania, even last year, I mean, my God, what he did over those 2 days was just amazing. How he has changed himself and become this character that he is now is just unfathomable. Looking at, what he used to be compared to now. And without Roman, there is no significance to today's WrestleMania. None. Roman Reigns, number 3, even though he's still the one on my list. Number 2, how can we not acknowledge this legend? After going 21-0 and finally falling to 21-1, Undertaker's significance to WrestleMania became more and more significant as the streak grew and it became an attraction. And let's be real, the matches that Undertaker put on during his streak run, oh my gosh, it was amazing. All of his dance partners were great for the most part. And Undertaker, took WrestleMania very seriously. It was like his rebirth, him becoming more than just a dead man. Like, it's the dead man that you can't put down. And I think that his attraction of the streak helped keep the allure of WrestleMania alive. Even during the time where they lost a lot of their top players, Stone Cold, The Rock, and all that, seeing Undertaker streak and see if it would be broken was very important to the casual the real in-depth wrestling fans. So people would see WrestleMania just to see Undertaker's streak. And he just shows up. I mean, he has just iconic moments all through WrestleMania. I'm not going to go through all of them, but his match with Shawn Michaels, man, oh my God, it was just a 20 out of 20, man. One of the best, top 5 best WrestleMania matches of all freaking time. And if we don't have The Undertaker, his character, his streak, what he has done for others, then I don't know if the aura of WrestleMania would still be the same. So, number 2 on my list, Undertaker. Now, this should be no surprise to everybody. Probably top 3 greatest workers of all time at number 1 on my list. And it's none other than the Heartbreak Kid, the showstopper, the headliner, Mr. WrestleMania himself, Shawn freaking Michaels. And it's crazy to think that he's participated in so many WrestleManias and only main evented in 5, but every single one of his matches at WrestleMania was amazing. Every single one. I would challenge you to go and look at all of Shawn Michaels' WrestleMania matches and tell me where he had a bad WrestleMania match. He shows up, he elevates his game and elevates his opponent's game. His match between him and John Cena, Lord, it was amazing. We know about the Undertaker matches, the Bret Hart match. Like, it's so many things that Shawn Michaels has done over the years to elevate the careers of those beside him or across from him, you know, if we're talking about the squared circle. And I think he doesn't get the love that he really, really deserves. He's down in NXT cooking right now with the women's division and the men's division. And like, his wrestling savantness cannot be ignored. Shawn Michaels has something that's just more than an it factor. People are like, oh, he has it. No, he has something more. And I don't even know what to call it, but he is just an anomaly when it comes to the grandest stage of them all. Shawn Michaels over his career has given us moments that we will never, ever, ever forget. And if you want to see somebody that can work, I mean, can sell entrances, finishers, high risk maneuvers, spots that you will remember forever, look no other than HBK. HBK deserves his love. Even though he's been in the Hall of Fame twice, blah, 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 blah. He deserves more love than, you know, when people say WrestleMania, I don't think Shawn Michaels is the first thing that comes to people's minds, and I think he should be. So, Shawn Michaels, number 1 on my list. All right, y'all, and there you have it. I'm done yapping for a few minutes. But I just want to talk to you about a few WrestleMania things. WrestleMania is coming up, y'all, and I am excited, as I am every single year. This is going to hit the reset button on WWE, and we're going to see what happens moving forward. So, a few things before we get up out of here. Number 1, follow Sirtoba Media on all social media platforms, SIRTOBA Media on all social media platforms. Please follow The Grind on its specific social media platforms. You will see those platforms here in a few moments. And also for next week's episode of The Grind, we have something special we're cooking up for you all. I don't want to announce it until, you know, you see it. It'll be advertised sooner than later. I'll put it that way. So next week's episode of The Grind will be a special episode for me. And you'll see what it is when the time comes. But please remember, stay true to what you do, stay true to why you do, and always stay true to you. I will see y'all next week, right around 4 p.m. Eastern, with a surprise. Now get out of here. Get out of here. Now.
I push that way to get that gold, but I don't break 'cause I've been wrong.